hear the lies, see their eyes. Morally, how we compromise. Stained again by a friend. Cut yourself back down to size. Something in this world needs a change. Another slap in the face. I know this time of the year as a revolution. Still I fall out of place. Open your mind to the change of evolution. Look around, there's a change. Try to find the end of pain. People who cause are just partly to blame. Try to find the reason why we all say the same. Something in this world needs a change. Another slap in the face. I know this time of the year is a revolution. Still I fall out of place. Open your mind to the change of evolution. Another slap in the face. I know this time of the year is a revolution. Still I fall out of place. Open your mind to the change of evolution. Slap in the face. I know this time of the year as a revolution. Still I fall out of place. Open your mind to the change of evolution. Another slap in the face. I know this time of the year as a revolution. Still I fall out of place. Open your mind to the change of evolution.
I knew that was going to screw me up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Night Watch Along. I put that little tester screen up on there just to hide in case it popped up when I wasn't ready. While I was still busy bee working behind the scenes here, just getting stuff ready. So, how are you guys? Welcome to your Friday night. This is a Friday Night Watch Along, as you probably would have gathered by everything. Yeah, I know it's me, Wild Angel. You know what it's like. Friday night's very loose. I don't have Lachlan here pulling the reins and telling me what I have to do and what I shouldn't do. And good evening, bloody DJ. How are you, my friend? I hope you are well. So, show me good wrestling. Oh, good luck, mate. No, it's Australian wrestling. It's gonna be great. So what I think we might do, and I don't know about you guys, but I was going to put companies in, but then I thought, as I was typing it like an idiot during the actual while the song was playing, because that's what I do. I'm dumb. I thought instead of doing that, maybe we write states, and then we can decide from the state what we might want to watch. We might watch one or two matches from that thing, then we can jump across to something else. And just play around so we're not sort of like, we do one spin of the wheel and that's the end of the game, because that doesn't seem very fun to me. Spin the wheel, mate. Well, I actually got a little sounder, so we can do a little something for that. So, time to cap off a pretty decent week after drop a game. I'm not really into, I don't follow NHL that much, But how are my Boston Bruins? Are they okay or are they the shits? I don't know. I know my Red Sox are the shits at the moment. And, well, so are these guys. But one thing, like, you all might have been jumping on the whole, like, how good is Chad Gable bandwagon. I'm old school. I'm so old school. I'll show you how old school I am right now. I'm so old school. I'm ready, willing, and Gable. You know what I'm saying? So, you're talking about wanting to push him. I've been on this train. I've bought a ticket. I had season tickets before this train left the station. What is it, mate? Because I don't think I can click on links from the chat. No, I can't. I can't click on links from the chat. Knocked out in the first round. Oh, okay. That's all right. We don't mind. As long as we showed up at the show. Like, my Lakers showed up at the show. Brooks versus Flex 3 Stages of Hell. That's not a bad call. We will definitely look into that. So, let me just type up while we're talking here. Vic. SA. WA. New South Wales. Throw a Tassie in there. I don't think there's anything from the top end that's online. Do you know what I mean? I don't think there's any. I remember being very wary of Chad Gable before he had matches. Then his first. See, this is how nerdy I am, right? I was very into. He used to have a before NXT was a thing, or I think it was like it might have even still been FCW. They had a whole like full on like shooters gallery type like gimmick before like American Alpha and all of that. It was real like that thing. It might even been OVW if I'm being honest. And it was I think if I'm wrong, then correct me please. But I think the leader of it was like Santina Marella as a totally different character, but a very like a serious like shooter type character, which was a really good character. I was surprised. I was very shocked when they had him as Santino when he came, because he was like a Russian character if I remember rightly. So we got Victoria, South Australia, Western Australia, New South Wales, Tassie. I feel like I'm missing some. Oh, ACT. What am I doing? Is that it? Oh, Queensland. Where are you from, Todd? And we'll do a special. God, I can't even write at the moment. Well, this thing can't write. Has anyone else have trouble with like Bluetooth keyboards not typing properly? If I had more time, I'd set another seven. Yeah, you know what though? I like your idea and I like your way of thinking, Andy. But that's like really, it feels to me anyway, really recent. Whereas I'd kind of like to go deeper, if that makes like any sense at all. I'd like to kind of go deeper with that, and we really like dig into some old stuff that we probably haven't seen for ages. How funny is this, right? This thing's been going for 10 minutes nearly already, and we've done nothing in this show. And I'm not going to go further because it'll annoy me more, and I'll probably get in trouble from Lockie and and Jamie for being a smartass. But I won't. I've always been curious how it came about. They just full on. I think he just challenged her type thing. Wish that PWA Canberra stuff from my first experience with Oz Wrestling Services on. Yeah, I know, because I don't think Mikey has that service up anymore. I'm not too sure. Luckily with PWA, there might be some stuff that like if I really want to watch, I can get my hands on through Rose. He's been very like very good to be able to say, look, if there's anything that you want to do with PWA. So that's why after we do WWA and after we do the Rodman gimmick, we're gonna watch for those like block of weeks after that the first ever premiership, PWA premiership. That was kind of lost to, like, it's not online, and it kind of got lost to like COVID because we were all like dogs chasing our tails. Really kind of probably missed half of that tournament or a lot of that tournament. So we're just going to go back and rewatch all of that stuff where after he's done with all of his sports ball commitments, and we can focus in on watching those week by week, because I think that's a good 4 or 5 week block of stuff that we can watch, because it's like 2 episodes. I think it's like an hour episode or something like that. So we'll watch like 2 episodes a sitting, just so we get a good, like, because that for me, I'll be honest with you, I don't think I watched any of that first ever premiership. Maybe the finals after we came out of COVID. I think it was about time the finals were kicking in. But I never really watched any of that stuff that was up online. So that's going to be a whole new experience for me watching that Australian wrestling to watch, because I never really watched it. I think I was kind of in a sort of thing. Macho Man, I think along with Queensland, that early top tier stuff was in a weird post COVID. Queensland didn't have much of a national pop. Just if you need permission to do top tier, oh, thank you. Yeah, you are kind of right. I'm very hesitant to put some of my own stuff up just because it sounds like here, watch all the stuff I did. I don't want to do that. But yeah, it was fun. Like top tier was it was a fun stable, but it was a stable of guys who really are, all of them are killers. Like even now, even though like Tim's on a break. Tim is one of the most underrated workers in the country. Like still, I reckon he could come back tomorrow and just absolutely kill it. Like we did a thing in Townsville last year where Mitch and I went up to work Seth, and it turned into a tag team match with we had Tim, of course, against Seth and Sam Cannon, and just such a great time. And I forget, even though I'm not around him anymore, I miss how fucking good Tim Hayden is. There's my first swear. I miss how good Tim Hayden is. Such a good worker. Maybe my first-hand experience, but Xander Sullivan and the Queensland Openweight title run would be fun to watch back. Yes, that is. Like, he did some really good work back there. Like, he was one of my projects from back in the day, to be perfectly honest with you. If we're speaking Dead Shoot, he was really one of my projects from back in the day. Him and J.L. Gold, the whole Headstrong thing was kind of like, I kind of put that together with the two of those guys. Because I needed someone for my guys to work. I needed a babyface to make, and that's what they were. They were a perfect match. Big Lexi, how are you, my friend? Bro was a star, and honestly, to train with was the best. Yeah, he's so good. Like, people forget that he also was over in New Zealand at the time with Mitch for the whole COVID lockdown. We got stuck in New Zealand at Fale thing, which was really interesting. One day we might talk about that, actually. One day. Who knows? Well, that's because he really does think they're dickheads. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Here we go. Boom. So here we go. Here's our wheel, my friends. So, oh, I can hide that. Sick. I will hide that. There we go. Look at that. Oh. People say that I don't know what I'm doing here, and they're bloody right. Good brother working right through. Yeah. Please don't go pushing yourself and hurt yourself more. please, Linksy. We still have one of my favorite little clips I think I've done in wrestling. Well, not a clip, not so done in wrestling, but just my favorite little bit. I don't know if you remember it. We did that bit it was at Wide Bay right before a battle royal. And it was just us two being dickheads because we were waiting for stuff to start happening. One of my favourite things to watch every now and then. I've still got the clip somewhere. And it's only like a 5-10 second clip. It makes me laugh so much every time I watch it. All right, let us spin the wheel. We'll see. I have checked it, and I can confirm this wheel will spin longer than the NCW one. So there is that. So here we go, folks. S.A. Yes, we did. Yeah, we did. It was one of those things where, hey, just let me stand in the middle of the ring and you guys all punch me, because that'll get a good pop. All right, so we're in SA. So we have a choice here, guys. We can check some like RCW stuff out. We could check some ACW, the real ACW stuff, the ACW to do shows. We could check some of that stuff out. PWSA, although I don't know how much the stuff they have up on there. That might be a good chance to see Fat Hater. Oh no, let's not say that. Yeah, no, PWA do have some stuff on there. Coldavani, Southern Rumble. There was a rumor of one of Todd matches. Is that from SA? No, I actually never had a match actually no, I had a match. I had a tag team match in Riot City. That's yeah, I had a tag team match in Riot City with Brooksy. It was Brooksy and I against Hammer and Nick Armstrong. And that was it. Aside from like quick Rumble appearances, I didn't really my actual first ever singles match was in Venom against Tiamat. That was my first singles match. And that was only because like the week before Mitch had hurt his hand and was in a, like, if you watch the match, he's actually in a cast in it. So we were dead set lost on what we were going to do to further the storyline with Tiamat and with us. So I've just gone, look, just put him in there with me. And that's what we did. So it was a dumb idea on my part because, again, I'd never actually had a singles match before in my life. All right, so let's look. There are two that I can think of, and I'll see how long they are, because like if it's too long, we won't do it. But if it is, it's great. Then, well, Brooksy was my first ever like client, official managerial client. So, yeah, luckily, I was very, very lucky. And the only reason I got put with him, or we put me with him, was because it was the only way we thought he'd ever get booed. Is to have me with him. Otherwise, he's just so damn good that it's kind of hard to boo him. And we really did need him as a heel at the time. Come on, will you open? There we go. Let's see how old. What we'll do is we'll go to Wrestle Rampage. You can't see any of this because I'm working on the back. That's not now there. Okay, well that's fair. All right, we'll have a look. But that's also a subscription thing, so I don't want to do anything that is stealing. That's technically like stealing their gear. Do you know what I mean? Like they're charging for it, so let's not do that. Let's see what we got here. Oh, how long does that go? Oh, Jesus, I think that was one you were talking about. Let's see. Yeah, I have Jonah and Slater. It's a 34-minute match. Or we can have Jonah and Slater. It was a 22-minute match. I'm just going to keep saying, Jonah and Slater for... Jonah and Istria is a 41-minute match. Juicy, Gambino, and Slater. That's a 31 minutes because Slater was Adelaide or Riot City, at least Adelaide. Before we do that. Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right. Sorry. Linksy said I sent another stream the other night, but it saddens me how much footage in general just wasn't filmed over the years or how many local bangers got lost in the wind. Yeah. That's the worst part is like I get a lot of these things and like some of them it's so like it's okay filmed, but it's not filmed enough that I would want people to think is a fair representation of the product that you guys put on in the ring. If that makes sense. Like I don't want to do the wrestlers a disservice. So and that's pretty much why, yeah. Okay. Where are we at here? So that's not there. I know which one I'll do. We'll see how long it is first. Because we'll... Oh, god damn it. Yeah, you're 100%. You're 100%. It can be very tough with that, especially when the guys like, and it's not their fault, but some of them get caught up watching the match and don't remember that they're supposed to be watching the match through the camera lens. So yeah, I have 2 title reigns I'd love to see and only 4 matches. I was not in any way. Well, I was booking, but had no idea. I had no control over the actual filming content back then. I was just focusing my best on getting the stuff, if that makes sense. Getting the I will work out the words and I will use them in the correct manner. Okay, let's do here's what we'll start off with one that I'm in, but really it's because of the 2 people that are like wrestling the match that you want to see this match, and I'm not too sure how much it's seen or been seen. So we'll see if I can switch this over. We'll get rid of the wheel and share screen. I'm just speaking out to myself. Now. Okay, and I'll actually it's a good reason why I'm doing this one, okay? So this is Chris Basso versus Damian Slater. Riot City Wrestling Mega Slam 2015, so it's 11 years ago. This was one of the very rare first times anyone from like Wrestle Rampage or Riot City Wrestling sort of crossed the line, so to speak. So back when I first started over there in Adelaide, it was very, very, very sort of like you just don't work for the other companies. Like if you're a Riot City guy, you're a Riot City guy. And if you were a Rampage guy, you're a Rampage guy. If you're a Snake Pit guy, you're a Snake Pit guy. If you wanted to go and work somewhere else, you had to leave. Because the idea behind it was, and the worst thing is before I moved up here, I kind of agreed with it. It was like, if you are being seen everywhere, then how are you a draw to that company? Because people like if I wanted to see Chris Basso, the only place I could see him is at Riot City Wrestling. Or if I wanted to see like Punch Drunk Istria, the only place I could see him was at Wrestle Rampage. And I think that was their idea behind it and their reasoning for why they did it. So this was one of the first times where I think, if I remember, it was either Chris reached out to Damien or Damien reached out to Chris. and was just like, hey, how about we do one match like in your territory, one match in my territory, and let's do something that hasn't been done for a long time. So, which was like one of those things where, hey, I'm going to agree to it. We're going to agree to it because like that's awesome. It's so cool. It's just hasn't been done, and it really was one of those things where, when we walked out to that round, I think I've probably told this story 100 times, but I'll tell it again because I don't care. Like Chris was the big bad guy in Riot City, so hated, like main event guy, was very very made. So we go to do the return match after this match at Wrestle Rampage, and we walk through the curtain, and somebody leans over the curtain and just like inches away from Chris Basso's face, just screams, "I don't know who the fuck you are." To which I was just like, this is going to be fun. So that's kind of what it was like. Like people just like fans of Rampage went to Rampage. They didn't go to other places. Fans of Riot City went to Riot City. They didn't go to other places. All that is changed now, for the better, I think. I love the fact that guys in Rampage and Riot City, and they work there, they work ACW, they work in the other places. I love the fact, just because the variety of matchup is so much more available. So that's enough of me just rambling on for too long. So here's the match, because the match is a brilliant match. Of course it's going to be a good match. It's Chris Basso and Damian Slater. So here we go. Tell me how the sound is too, guys, because I want to make sure. This is before we came out with the Roam. It's probably very early in the Chris Basso heel turn as well. My good mate Josh Armour too, being the ring announcer on this one, which would have absolutely popped him because he loved Damian Slater. Flower by Moby, that actually too was a half rib, because like that song, like if you're like in training in wrestling, people use that song all the time for squats and for push-ups, and so that was kind of a rib on, like, because that's what he did when he took training, squats and that to that song. So yeah, it's a Slater, Damian Slater. So weird too, because like you would think, being that's like our home fed, that we might get some some fan support. Zero fan support. Everyone still loves Slater. I hated those shoes, just quietly. They made me look like a real dickhead, but no traction whatsoever. What a jerk. I actually had hair there, I think. It's hard to tell because I'm very white. Is that referee? Yeah, that is. That referee is a young Michael Kent, the World Series Wrestling ref. Very young Michael Kent. Uh, 2015, Alex. So 10 years ago. God damn. Or 11 years ago. See, after this, I think we really changed up Cree's look. Started coming out with like a big robe. And he came out to the song he came out to pretty much right near the end. It was like My Heart Will Go On, like this electric guitar version of it, which we loved. I thought it was the most obnoxious thing you could come out to. He probably did. He was probably still trying to sell him. Mind you, it is a great gimmick. It is a great like logo and gimmick to sell. back in our like live commentary days. Such good wrestling. Yeah, it's funny because, like, sorry, Andy. It's funny because some crowds fucking love it. Like, I remember when we first took it away from Riot City, there was about 5 or 6 people that came up to, like, Joe, the owner, and was like, what happened to live commentary? Where's the commentators tonight? So I think some people like it, some people don't. It depends where it is. Like, it's good for first-time fans that don't know any of the storylines and that, so it like helps them catch up on storylines and stuff like that. But I also think it's kind of a crutch to workers getting themselves over, because if we're on commentary doing that for them, they don't have to work as hard to get their character over, because we're telling people what their character is. We're telling them. Do you know what I mean? Oh, what a quick bridge. Bloody DJ. First couple of shows I had commentary, thought it was normal, but now I appreciate the work is more. I just want to print a list of everyone's footage. You know what it's called. You gotta work that out too much. You gotta work that out on your own. I saw too many examples of commentary inside of the intelligent fans, made them look like idiots by pretending they couldn't. Yeah, that's the thing. One thing I liked to do when I was at least doing that was I'd constantly break the fourth wall. Like when I was commentating and Brooksy was like, if Brooksy would say something to me in commentary, I would answer him back over the live mic, because it's just like if he heckled me, I'd heckle him back, because like I have a microphone. Why wouldn't I use that? Why would I ignore him doing that to me? That makes no sense at all. And we're made careful to not do sort of things like he's sneaking up behind him. What's he doing? Like that sort of stuff, because like really in a real world situation, like the other wrestler would hear that and turn around. So for the commentators, it's not like you're more like being a soundtrack to actually like commentating the match, like calling the match, if that makes sense. It's all over it. That was the one cool thing about, like, when I first went and saw the first UFC in Australia when I was in Sydney. They sold these little, like, almost like wireless things that you would put into your ears, and it had the commentary feed from, like, Joe and Mike Goldberg. So you could sit there live and watch the show, but still have the commentary from, like, the UFC feed, which was, I thought made it so much better, for me anyway. Yeah, exactly, like a drive-in movie. It's exactly what it was like. It's good, but I don't know how. the other risk of live event comedy still continues to play itself into out and promotion. Come to make jokes and get themselves out. Yeah, that does make. It's got to be. It is like you have to be really mindful of that too. That you're not just trying to have jokes and sort of stuff like that. Like I personally, I felt the commentary I did on the last show it was like I think it was with Mitch McCarthy, and I don't think it was very good at all because I've been doing this sort of stuff for so long. Now I like commentary. I mean, like I watch long and like a podcast. Is it that's my natural go-to is to be like a smart ass and like blah, blah, blah. And it kind of fed itself into I wasn't color commentator Todd Eastman. I was still watch along guy podcast dude Todd Eastman when I was in that position. So I didn't think my call was all that good, to be honest with you. But that's just me also being like hypercritical of everything I do. Because I think that's the only way you can get better is by being critical of yourself. The thing about Rose though is that Rose doesn't go too far with it. He knows how to toe that line, which like of course he does. He's like an actual professional like announcer, so of course he knows how to do that properly. Also, too, thank you to everyone last night watching the show live and watching like I said in our post, like advertising this. It was like over the first not even 24 hours, like 600 views on like between our Facebook, our Twitch, and our YouTube channel, which is really, when you think about it, we're a niche within a niche within a niche, like podcast. So it's amazing to have that sort of like. For me, anyway, I think it's amazing that we get that sort of viewership and that sort of reaction, which is like thanks to all of you guys for doing that, and for people that you guys that turn up every week. I can't tell you how much it means to us. I think being too hard on himself, Todd. I think by the second half of the show, you do everything a competitive. Thank you, mate. But yeah, I'm always going to be like that though with everything I do. Because I just want to be as good as I can be. I want everything that I have like associated to me or my name on, I want it to be as good as I possibly can make it. And that goes with everything. Like I kind of do. I'm always going to be harder on myself than I am everyone else. But I just want the best from what I know people can do. You know what I mean? I want to be able to maximise the talent that people have, because Australia has so much talent. And like Linksy, if Linksy's still there, Linksy will tell you that like I can be critical, but I'm always like this is what you did well, but this is what I think you should do. Like I go more in depth than what I do here on the reviews, of course. What do you do there, guys? I love what I do. Thank you, WRA does. I don't know shit from Clay 2 years ago about Aussie wrestling. Thanks for reminding me. No, again, thank you for showing up every week. My body and health, I'd like to know how to call wrestling at some point. I honestly, I got no lessons. When I basically got put on. Shut up, Lexi. Lexi said, harsh but fair. I'll give you the shot, but don't fuck it up. I think it was close to your words. No. I said, if you recall rightly, I said, I'm putting you in this thing. I believe in you, so don't make me look stupid. Don't be shit, kid. Basically, just the Davis Storm, don't be shit. And there's also different ways you have to talk to and treat talent, because different talent respond in different ways. Like the way I talk to Linksy is probably a lot different to the way I talk to Puppy. Or definitely the way I talk to Puppy. The way I talk to Mitch is very different to the way I talk to Tim. Because they're all different people. You just got to learn what works for those people. Well, thank you, Alex. Also, Michael Kent is such a good ref. You can tell why he got the spot he got with World Series Wrestling. He's just really good. Well, you knew I could work and had to be spoken to a certain way. And I thought, yeah. Luckily too, you and I were friendly enough that I could just be like, "Oh, you're being a dickhead," and you were okay with that. And also, I think you can attest to it too, Linksy, that like if I have an idea about something and I pitch it to you guys, and you guys have a different idea which like I think is better, I'm going to go with your idea. I'm not just going to go, no, my idea is best, we're going with that. Unless I truly believe in it, then I want it, like it has to be a collaborative effort. Someone in the litany of weaknesses and appreciate the return of Thursday night show has been a bigger part of keeping me relatively sane than you blokes understand. Oh, well, thank you. Believe me, it keeps us sane sometimes too. It seems like such an ego-driven business, but from experience after shows, most guys are really in level. Yeah, they are. They're true. But you're 30 minutes out in the cage match coming together. How many heads? Yeah, pretty much. That's still possibly like, and no offense to anything that they're doing now, but that to me is probably the best Venom has ever been. Was that series that we did, I think. Even that bit with, I think it was like when you came back, we had everyone thinking that you'd turned and joined us with the chair. That's still like that was like goosebumps moment in that ring. With that crowd, how loud that crowd was. Mind you, too, this is an 11-minute match, 11-year-old match, and how good is it? This match could be on a show today, and people would be losing their minds over it. My only criticism right now of Michael Kent, tuck your bloody shirt in, mate. You're a referee. You're an official. Tuck your shirt in, brother. That fat manager is very conspicuous by his absence. Come on, Creed. Get that pin out. Todd, this is a better Friday question. This is a better Friday question than a Thursday question. What's the best way to support the show that allows you to best support the causes you want to support? It would probably be Twitch. Like, if you wanted to support the show directly, Twitch subs. T-shirts, we don't get any of the money for those because I just pass them straight on to the charities that we talk about, like Gotcha for Life and Beyond Blue, because mental health and all of that jazz has been our mantra since, like, unfortunately Josh passed. But yeah, it would probably be subs from Twitch. You notice I never push that too. I just don't. I know it makes me a terrible like streamer, that I don't ever really push on that stuff, but I guess it's not because it's something I've never really been. That's never been my goal. Like my ultimate goal one day would be for this to pay for itself, so I wouldn't have to pay for it. But the model I have at the moment, that will never happen, which is fine because I'm having so much fun doing it. No, he wouldn't have been. Toasty's never happy with that. Yes, they do. I've got one and I don't even use it. That's how dumb I am. I did tell Jamie the last night after the show, I was like, you have to teach me how to do that so I can sub to us. Because I've got like a Prime account myself. Such a good friggin' weapon. Roll, Free, roll! Roll! Get out of there, lad. He would have done that without my help. He would have done it. I was just pointing it to the ref. I was just pointing out to the ref so the ref could see it. He would have made that otherwise. It's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You hate to see that happen to the kid. I don't think I'd quite accepted yet that I was bald. I'm still trying to grow a little bit. Always open the rope for your charge. Jack.
Big words, like I better really back that shit up.
I was so lucky that I got to work with Cree. So lucky. Like, it's just honestly. It's not being like, you know, someone's going, yeah, that is true. You know, someone's over the hill when they get booed against an outside wrestler coming in. Yes. That's one thing we've never been, I've never been worried about is us being able to get, like, our heat. Like anywhere with anyone, because just because I have confidence in pretty much like the person I'm working with, I'm always going to have confidence in, but just in our ability as a team, and I always think of it as a team approach, our ability as a team to get the babyface over, because that's our job at the end of the day is to get the babyface over, and by getting the babyface over, we will be over like in turn of that. Because being over as a heel is being hated. So, like, we do our job right, which our job is to make the other guy as good as we possibly can. And if that babyface does their job and tries to make us look as good as we possibly can look, then it's an easy job to have. So, and it's always magic when you've got two guys in there, or three guys if you count me on the outside, that have that same objective. Neither is trying to get over on the other one. We're all just trying to make the whole thing look as good as we possibly can. And it's probably been the secret to like, I guess the success I've had, whatever that is the fact that that's always been my mindset, I think. All right, we'll spin the wheel again and see where we go. See if we got something else. Oh, oh, Tassie. That's an interesting one. 'Cause I don't know how much is up there from Tassie. So let us have a look. Let us cook, shall we? Tassie Pro Wrestling. Oop, click in. There we go. Tasmanian Championship Wrestling. Let's see. So I guess we could kind of pick anything from here because, well, we don't get to see a lot of it. I'm guessing. I can hear John Burgess. I know that's why I went with that. I went with the old version of it. I like the new version. Yeah, fair enough. But like for me, this is what I hear when I think of Wheel of Fortune. Is that sort of gimmick. Let's see. What have we got here? Just having a look through so we can just try and find something that might be a bit cool. Oh God. We could do one from an Ali Galvin match. Okay, I'll take your opinion here. So, Andy Savage says, because I don't really watch Tasmanian wrestling, so I'm going to be very like open with you here. I don't watch a lot of it, or I don't watch like any of it really, just because if I watch something, I kind of want to watch a full show. Because that gives me a full idea of what the promotion is like. So, Ali Galvin, you reckon? So, let's see, what have we got here? So, we have one here from Joker's Wild 2025. A TCW Championship match. Aaron Lynch is the champion there against Ali Galvin. What do you reckon? What do you reckon about that? I'm not the guy to think. So let's just check it out, shall we? So share screen. One day I will learn to not commentate out loud like this when I do my sort of things. Okay, that then share. Boom, bang. There we go. That's a reasonably good example, I think. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to judge you harshly. Andy, I'm not going to judge you harshly here. We're just going to watch the match with no preconceived notions here. I hear it's a good territory. I hear there's some good stuff coming out of there. So and I know like Zeke's been down there for a bit, and I think Logan Pierce just wasn't too long ago down at TCW. So we'll check this out, shall we? Aaron Lynch, Ali Galvin. We're in Tasmania for Joker's Wild 2025 for the TCW Championship. Well, I know that's not either of those guys. Or is it? Let me have some other name. Doom. Okay. That's right, Doomslayer. Oh, that dude looks like the dude from Hot Ones.
There's a lot of things that Doomslayer has done in professional wrestling. I've won the TCW Northwest Championship. I'm defending the Northwest Championship halfway around this country. I wrestled for New Japan Pro Wrestling earlier
and this is nothing against him, because I'm sure he might be nice. I just hate the Doomslayer name. When you just look like a normal dude.
But the one thing that
Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
That's to win the TCW title.
It's like Linksy, our mate Renegade. I've been up front with it. I hate that he's still called Renegade.
Now, lucky for me, both things are guaranteed because in 58 days in Hobart,
Fun fact. Got a couple of cricket grounds behind TCW's Elfin Sports Arena. That was the scene of my best and worst cricket minutes. There you go. You know, like Linksy, you know. How long have I been pitching him to change his name?
First, Ali Galvin, what do you think?
Do heels love it when we boo them out of the building, or does it become too much sometimes? It sounded like the start of Lion King.
are you going to be beating in 58 days?
It's hard to say. I'll be honest with you. It's hard to say. Booing is fine. Like I understand. That's our job. Get the boos. I'm guessing like the what chants and stuff like that. That's shit. I hate those. But like our job's to get booed. I like the fact that like not enough. I think one of the biggest mistakes like a lot of heels make is that when they get these boos and stuff like that, they just plow through it. When they're trying to do a promo, they plow through the boos. Whereas like, I'll stop and like just stand and look at you guys, because you'll eventually stop, and then I'll actually get to say my stuff. But like, I'll milk my heat because that's my job. I'm getting the job done when I'm doing that. And not enough guys do that, I don't think. And guys just plow through it because they have to get what they want to say out. I've got to get this out because I have a cool line I was thinking of in the back, and not even thinking about the moment that they're in. Okay, so I have not heard or seen this girl before, so this is going to be interesting. Considering that she's in it seems like a very high position on the card. And against a TCW champion, you would imagine. And she's a heel by the looks of it. Interesting. Ali was one of the many Australians in the US around WrestleMania this year, mostly training, but worked a couple of matches too. I'm surprised that like these guys and girls don't try to hit the mainland a bit more often to get their name out there, especially girls, because I would imagine, and maybe this is me being, I don't know, a little bit chauvinistic, or I don't know, but I would imagine it would be easier for a girl to get booked on shows than it is for a guy, just because there's not a hell of a lot of girls like floating around the country at times. That's why you get things like Eugenie's being able to work like so much all around the place.
Introducing first the challenger. She is the next gen of TCW. The self-proclaimed next TCW champion. She is Ali Galvin!
God, I miss those old WRA shows that MCW used to really put through. Also the PWWA stuff back in the day.
The always entertaining.
Especially with how strong PWA's like women are, you would think that every now and then they would put on like a big show, a women-only show in somewhere like Sydney or Melbourne, where I could imagine that would draw. I think it's possibly a harder draw up here, just because there doesn't seem to be. I mean, we're getting a lot better. There are a lot more girls now that are show ready than there used to be. There used to be like one or two, and so you'd have to always fly somebody in to have a match with them if you weren't comfortable doing intergender matches, where I've never really had a problem with booking like intergender matches. I've never had a problem with it at all, because like I've just always trained with girls, so it's never, to me it's never been weird to see that. The only thing I don't like, and this is just a personal preference, I just don't like it when guys like punch girls in the face. To me, that's the only thing I don't like. That to me, that's a bit. It gives me a bit of the ick. And maybe that's just a personal problem I have. Becoming very enlightened in old age, I guess.
A change in attitude from Galvin, and indeed.
They're getting comfortable for me at times in these young matches. Like, for anyone to say, like, that's the thing, no one can say I have a problem with them because I've been in them. Like, I got my ass kicked by Christina. Like, I don't mind saying that at all. Like, I love working. I love helping. I love helping. I have no problem with, like, I train with friggin' Demi and she hits harder than some dudes do. I think one of the hardest shoulder blocks I ever got was from Lady Demi. Doing like international drills. I know it's safe, etc., but society says it's wrong, is what I meant. Yeah. See, that's why, like I don't mind forearms. Throw a good forearm, but just don't throw punches. I think it's just too viscerally, like a visceral problem. That's a good get up. It's so weird getting a babyface pop for doing that. It feels weird to me. That's nice.
Galvin is taunting there. I think I'm a little bit surprised that he's landed on his feet. I don't know how. I can see he's changing all the rest for a long time.
Alex Firehart says, I faced a woman a few years older than me in a match. I had training, I think in 05. She was very game for anything. And it's the thing, right? Like, and they are like any girl or person you work with are game for everything. Like, none of them are just like, none of them are like, oh, I don't want you to do this to me. I don't even. All of them are game. Like, all of them are awesome. That's what I mean. Like, I think it's just more uncomfortable for the crowd at times to see that in today's society, or even like not in today's society. I remember, this is years ago, and it's probably somewhere online on the chops is the only thing I would ever do. I think I gave Christina a forearm, maybe, but like I think I gave her a chop as well, and even then I didn't like it because it's Christina. She's like my little sister. Like, I don't like doing that. There is somewhere, and I can't for the life of me remember, but it's probably online on YouTube somewhere. It was like Ethan Page against Candice LeRae. And that whole match was booked around a punch in the face, and it was perfect. But that's to me, that's like the only thing, I think.
It is driving all of the air out of the chest.
Like I remember too, like back in the day, Brooksy and Kellyanne. What a great fucking tag team that was, the besties. That was a great fucking tag team. Yes, they were. Roberto and her were really good together. Like, he is so underrated for what he does in his mind too, for certain things. And I know he's at the moment, I believe he's training in PCW. So, like, hopefully we'll see him start breaking into some stuff over there, because he's a really good worker.
Not effective enough to keep the champion around yet.
Rob Stealth. That is his name. Rob Stealth.
A tendency to go over the line. And once we get into the deep waters, it'll really be a test of these people.
I must message him and see how he's going, because I haven't talked to him for ages. A lot of time for Rob. A lot of time for him. As a booker, he is one of the most easy people to work with. Probably the highest praise I can give anybody. Just one of the easiest people to work with. Always has great ideas, and will like. And if you're steadfast with your idea, he will still like work with it to the best of his ability, which is something I admire so much about. I admire when someone comes in with their own ideas about stuff, because it means at least they care and they're thinking about it. But then if the booker or the promoter doesn't like those ideas and wants them to do the idea that they have, and they do it to the best of their ability, massive amounts of respect for that as well. And Rob is both of those people. Throw it a bit harder, love. Come on. Oh, tough ass bump. I think the only regular women PWAC had on their roster, those were Sway. Liza Sway, so fucking good. Love her. For her to get match at the time, those girls are Madison Eagles, Jessie McKay, Kelly Slater. Yeah. Like, how good have we had it when you think about it for like women's wrestlers in Australia? Knowing how this match finishes, I really enjoy the construct of this match. Lynch put his ego aside and took a fucking beating here. He is really taking a beating here. That's good. That's one of the best. I think that's one of the best compliments that I ever had. Was that we were at a Wrestle Rampage show back in the day, and I was just having a beer talking to somebody, and a woman came up to me and was just like, oh, I just wanted to say I really enjoy your work. I'm like, oh, thank you. And then she goes, but my son really hates you. I'm like, oh, thank you. I like that. I like that. I like that an adult can enjoy my work, but then the kid still hates me. Like, cannot stand me. That's my job done, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, nice. The second one did pop me more, 100%. Sway was one of the first interstate works I saw for it. She's so good. Her and her partner, Andy Voodoo Roy, great freaking workers. Voodoo's one of those guys that if he came up now would be everywhere. He's so good. Well, that's not supposed to go like that.
Knew what was coming. Was able to counter effectively, but I said all night, I find always the enemy. As soon as you possibly can.
Are the days gone of the old school interstate road trips and shit like that? You know, new gen. Yeah, people they fly places now. That's what they do, brother. They just fly. I just think it's also hard to get on cards of good promotions, like, you know what I mean? Like promotions that you'll actually benefit from. Good ring awareness. Andy Voodoo Roy, great worker. Him and Chris Basso as Mimic were only the strong. So very good back in the day. This was a bit of a weird heel turn from Garvin. Her babyface heat was babyface heat to the America. Then they turned her. Oh, okay, that's weird. Meant some also like getting all the bookings you can to get the ring time in front of crowds. Yeah, fuel prices being what they are, probably better option to fly. That's very true too. But like, there are still guys doing that. But it's like, I think it's a lot easier for guys to do it from like Adelaide to Melbourne, or maybe Melbourne to Sydney, than it is from like us to go down to. Like you look when we worked Coffs Harbour, that was a 4-hour drive just to get the Coffs. So we did just the Rockhampton trip we did. That was a killer for a road trip. The fact that DMDU operate like this actually, I don't know how they make money, and I just don't question it anymore, to be honest with you, Andy. Just one of those things. As long as they're not ripping off the fans, that's all I care about. To be honest with you, they can do what they want. They can do all the death matches and stuff they want, because it's not my thing, but other people like it. Melbourne Adelaide road trips, yeah, they're fine. They're because it's not a huge drive. You can do that overnight. So we did the Ballarat one 8 years ago. We did it, but we hired like a mini bus, and there was like 8 of us that went. We did Ballarat Pro Wrestling. I managed Matt and Chris Basso against Cremata and God, what's his name? I want to say Pitbull, it's not Pitbull. He works BCW. I can't remember what his name is now. It's killing me too. Good kick out. Mad Dog, thank you. What's Mad Dog? We were in like the second or third match on the card, and they wanted to punch a chair into my face. And we're like, that's probably a bit early in the night, boys, for that. That's weird. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's okay. I mean, to be fair, they were trying to follow Chris Basso and Damian Slater, so I mean, I probably hurt them there. I apologise for that, guys. That wasn't bad, though. That wasn't bad. So I like the fact that that it was Tassie though, because we don't get to see Tassie that much. They cover a broad spread and it seems to work. I've been there for a few shows and it's a niche crowd that enjoys it. Can you tell me though, Linksy? And like, this is not me having a shot. Like, would by you looking at their crowds and that, would they be anywhere near making money? If you know what I mean. When they bring in the people that they bring in, like a lot of times they bring people in from overseas and shit. So like, would they be making their nut from ticket sales? And if they're not, then what are they, like, how are they doing that? How are they staying solvent? Interesting time of pro wrestling that we do at least have one promotion in every state and territory. Yep, very true. It's a great time in Australian pro wrestling when we can say that. Does any promotion make money, or are they just covering? No, there are promotions that make money. Like, honestly, there are promotions that make money. Because, like, there are also promotions that they don't try and go over their... Like, they have a budget and they stick to it. Like, I don't know how much. I know back in the day, this is back, like, a good 12, 13 years ago, RC did make money, but we didn't make a lot of money because we were paying off stuff. Like, we'd bought all the sound equipment and the lighting and sort of stuff like that. So we were paying all that off. So I would imagine by now they would probably be doing quite well with that sort of stuff. So that's one of those things that, like, you invest now for the future. Whereas, like, I don't know, like, and it's not me having a dig. I look at a lot of their stuff and I don't see where their money is coming, where they're making their money, and where it makes sense to do certain things. There are certain things where I'm just like, I don't know how that makes sense in my financial promoter brain. And that's probably why I don't promote, because I don't want to take the risks of doing that sort of stuff, because I'm very risk adverse when it comes to, like, booking shows. That's probably why you don't see a lot of, like, interstate guys. That and the fact that I just think that I think that our local guys are good enough to have shows. We don't necessarily need do that. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, man, the behind the scenes bros self-fund a lot of it. 9 to 5 jobs and merch is a big one for them. Okay, that's fair. Let us spin the wheel and make a deal. Oh, hang on, let me hit my sound here. WA. Okay, so look, we could do EPW because, let's face it, they are the premier promotion when it comes to WA. I think there's a big, like, I think there's a huge argument to be said with that. But let us see if we can see if there's some NHPW or some, oh God, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called right now. Geez, there's some old stuff here. It made me smile today seeing the Top End Wrestling had announced Bobby Bishop versus Redshaw. It makes me feel like they call it. Yes, they like, God bless them. That is, like, they are really working hard. They've been working hard for a long time to try and get stuff going up there in I will say the name properly, up there in Darwin. Because it is, like, Darwin is remote. Like, my sister lived up in Darwin for a couple of years, and yeah, it's remote up there. So, like, God bless them for doing that. Look, here we go. We've got how would we feel about, this would be a match from 3 years ago. Indie Girls Australia. This is NHPW. Delta versus Lena Cross versus Sumi Sasaki, or Sasuke, or whatever it is. What would the I hate saying chat because it makes me feel like a streamer, and I don't want to feel like a streamer. What would the chat think of that? A bit of that. Yes, please, from Andy Savage. Bit of delts, so we got a bit of the old. Alex Wyatt says I'm down for that. Okay. I love how the indie girls, their logo is like Kelly Slater and Kelly Skater and Madison still. That's awesome. Okay, so here we go. I don't know what year it is because it's not telling me that. It's not giving me that. Not giving me any information about this. So you can guess, I guess. Delta versus Lena Cross versus Sumi Sasuke or Sasuke. Our mate Lachlan isn't here, so he can't give you the proper pronunciations. But here we go. Oh, don't tell me this. Tell me this is the match. Oh, it's just friggin' highlights. Sorry, guys. I apologise for that. I didn't even look at that properly. That's my bad. That is my bad. Terrible hosting, Todd. I know. Let's see if we can find something then. I don't know how much matches they're putting on here, to be honest with you. They got full shows going here or what? Is this the oldest to youngest, newest or what? Latest. Okay, that was latest. Let's see oldest. Oh God, that is old. Oh, Herita. Jeez, this is old. WRA. What is the other promotion? Is it Southern Territory Wrestling? Or it shouldn't come. Oh, please, somebody remind me here. No, that's not it. I can't remember now. Just looking it up because my brain is rotting at this time of night. That's Schwa. That's what I was thinking. It's not the one. Oh, SHP, STW. There we go. No, that Schwa was bought by EPW. No, that's not what we wanted. Here, I'll get rid of that so I can look without having you guys worrying. What the hell are you doing? I think it's like Southern Territory Wrestling. Is that what it's called? No. Plenty of stuff here from like England. Southampton Professional Wrestling. Oh dear. We can go to like the old EPW. I would rather us like spread our wings. Spread our wings and learn. It is Southern Territory Wrestling. That's what I was thinking of. So let's see if we can actually type Southern Territory Wrestling in and see if that comes up. Look, guys, this is what you get on Friday nights. Okay, you don't get a polished. You don't get a polished thing here. I found it, Andy. So what? I don't want to do anything from two, like. Oh god, that was a friggin'. Oh, I'm so dumb. I don't want to do anything that was like really recent, because let's face it, like we see like a lot of these guys are on a lot of cards. So let's look back. Let's look back. Oh, 2021. What have we got here? Let's see if we've got a lineup. All right, so I'll ask you guys. We got Kaz Jordan versus Dean Brady, Felix Young, the Great George, Baron versus Taylor King, Savannah Summers versus Delta. Oh my God, that's an Aussie dub show right there. Matt Hayter versus the Philippine Dream, Del Cano versus Rocky Monero, Stella Nix, Lena Cross. Oh, main event of this one is Adam Brooks versus Chris Target versus Julian Ward. Sounds like a banger. Honestly, but for my money, I would. This is just my little vote here, and I'm merely the button pusher. It would be either Kaz Jordan, Dean Brady, or that main event, Brooksy versus Target versus Ward. So I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Or should I probably need some shorter matches? Good point. That's a good point. So I think maybe Kaz and Dean would be a shorter match. I would guess. Because I'm thinking that main event will go for friggin' ever. Just quietly. Let's see. I'm just going to scrub through and see how long this match is. Oh my God. That match goes for 20 minutes. Del Cano, Rocky Monero? Okay, there we go. We'll look for that. There's nothing against those guys. Like, God bless them. But you are right. We are rapidly going into the night here. It is 11:15 already. What time do we start? 9:30. Jesus Christ. We're an hour and a half already. Well done, boys. Okay, here we go. So we've got Rocky Monero, Del Cano. What is the perfect? There is no perfect match length because it depends on where in the card you are. And it also depends on the workers. Like, some workers just can't do haven't learned how to do a 30-minute match. They're really, really good at about 5 to 10. Even though they might think they're great. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it really just depends. Depends where they are on the card and what you need out of the match. There's no real perfect match length. If that makes any sense at all. So 2021 Border Wars. Rocky Monero, Del Cano, Southern Territory Wrestling out of Perth. The pressure to fill the time will get me. The problem isn't that, like, believe me, there are never anyone who comes back. It's very rare that anyone comes back under time. Bloody DJ. I love these 4 moves of Doom Rocky era. Yeah. He's just a smart worker. One of the smartest workers in the country.
180 pounds.
I'm going to excuse myself because I'm going to get a drink. So I'll be right back. Enjoy this match though, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. Did I accidentally press pause? I did too. Look at that. How stupid was that? That would have been a Jamie Newton moment. Sorry if these pauses, but my headphones are very sensitive when it comes to the pause function. They're great headphones, but they're very sensitive.
Oh, where's my cheese and peanuts? Come on. Two stuff. Let's go. See this? That's all muscle. Come on! Shut up! Come on, Rocky, I heard you were pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's not fair. That's just not fair to the poor commentators. Rocky does the $1 million fist drop, which I fucking love. I hope he does it. If I've missed it. Mini Chinese. Here it is. I love that. Love that. So cool.
Yeah, come on, Joe Carter.
He's so smooth too. He doesn't do a lot because he doesn't have to.
Who starts? Okay. Come in.
But he doesn't do a lot, but everything he does looks great. Do you know what I mean? So that's why, like, it's better to be really good at like 5 or 6 things than to be fucking average at like 1,000. If that makes sense. Big Euro.
How do you like me now? Are you not entertained?
Oh, very good.
They want you, brother. They want you.
Such a good shit talking heel. Just close enough to the ropes. There we go. There we go, brother. So the one thing this is an irk of mine, alright? So look when Rocky. See that's good.
Air conditioning. It's the air conditioning.
The referee's supposed to go around behind him for that one, so he kind of messed that up. But when you're in that move, and you can feel your guy grab that rope, you're supposed to really oversell. That those ropes are really, really putting on the extra pressure on that move. It just helps the heel. No, kick his hand off the rope is fine. That's an old Hebner move. That's always been part of the thing. But it's usually he kicks his hand off the rope that goes into the hip toss. I can't remember if they did that there. Good sell on the DDT. The elbow drop. But he's supposed to go behind Rocky, so Rocky can't see him catching him.
You guys really suck.
If he hits his elbow drop, just look how beautiful it is. He hits a really good elbow drop. Oh, he's missed it. Still look good though. Oh my god! Out of nowhere. That got me. I didn't know that was going to happen. Well done. Yeah, good work. Good work from all involved in that one. I think it's safe to say, and I'm the host, so I can say it's safe. Oh dear. Let's see. So where we go now? Where do we go now, ladies and gentlemen? Let us have a look. To the wheel of names. Rocky Solid World 2 looked at its fast. Yeah. Yeah. Because Rocky's a freaking expert. Annoying as shit, but fucking great worker. Let us click to spin. We gotta hit our sound, of course. We're going to act. Acting. So that would be, well, we're not going anywhere else but the Slam, are we? Because, like, I know what else is over there. Oof. Oofta. If we went anywhere else but Slam, I'd get in trouble for what I would say during the show, I guess. Let's see, what have they got here? Let's go for some old Slam. Go for some old Slam stuff, shall we? I think that's the only way we can do this. And there we go. They put one up there that I'm like, I want to see that, but like, I don't want to see that because... Sorry, the one I'm looking at right now is like Osborne's versus the Velocities, but we see that in PWA, is what I'm saying. That's why I was like, we don't want to see that. Why is that not doing that properly? There we go. That's better. The Woden Tradies era of PWA in 2009 would be fun. It would be, if you could find it. Let's see. We'll find something that's quickish too, shall we? Sorry, I'm not purposely being quiet. I'm looking and reading quickly at the same time here. Let us look here. Try to look for something that's pretty quick as well. No, I know this is probably like it might be a PWA sort of thing, but I kind of want to watch this. Rita Stone versus Jess Troy. How would you feel about that? Could I interest you in a Rita Stone versus Jess Troy? You want a Slam Moo epic? I don't think he has epics, does he? He just does the Battle Royals. Do you want to do a Battle Royal? It's not really like intense thing because I literally cannot find anything that would be a match with him in it. If we're being honest here, he's in a lot of Battle Royals and Rumbles. Yes, the Jess Troy is a force of nature. Give us Rita and Jess. Okay, we'll do that then. Do Rita and Jess. Now I have to scroll back up. Scroll. Let's see. Does it tell me when it is from? It doesn't say when it's from. December 6, 2025. So, okay, it's not exactly old school here, but it's one of the best wrestlers in the country and someone who has every chance of being one of the best wrestlers in the country given the opportunity. Does that make sense? Let us go here. Jess Troy, Rita Stone. Boom.
Introducing first, the challenger. Wearing silver and gray, making her way to the ring from Sydney. She is a submission superstar known for twisting and tapping her opponents.
Yes, it has been a very rough year this year, to be honest with you. It's not the best year to turn the age I'm turning, to be honest with you, when you're like, I wonder how long it took her to realise, like, to just like instinctively go for the ponytail. I do love the referee garb in this one too. They try to make it look as much as like old WWF as possible. It is like, you know what? Like, it's not like I don't care. Like, I turned 50 on Monday, and I was kind of okay with it. Not much you can do about it otherwise. Until I got like a birthday card in the mail from my mum, and I opened it up and it had that big 50 on it, and that's when it sort of like a gut punch. Like, oh, that's how old I am. I forget because I don't feel. Most days I don't feel 50. I don't feel my age. I probably, rightfully or wrongfully, I probably feel like mid-30s, if I'm being honest. That's how I feel. Like, but I know I'm 50. Shit, I can't do much about my beard. I can't do much about my bald. I kind of like having my beard, so I can't get around that. And I've been grey since I was mid-30s anyway.
Jessica Troy, though, setting the tone early. Big chop. And a strong Irish.
You would, because you always get a gift card in it. $30.
It's the quickness of Rita Stone, though. That's
Coles Meyer gift card.
Of her championship reign.
Go and get something from Kmart.
Around the ring.
That's why they call her
Which I
relentless,
plan
Sweet
on
Pete.
doing.
A fast-paced offense, high velocity is great to see.
Great roll through.
From one man to another, you look 40. Thanks, bro. No, thank you. But no, I don't like. I think I'd probably look a lot younger if I did shave the beard, just because it's so grey now. But I kind of like my, kind of like the grizzleness it gives me, if that makes sense. That's like my crutch. If that makes sense, is my crutch. Oh, beautiful. Oh.
Into the slam on demand.
I love that waist lock into getting outside the ring. That's awesome.
But it's a submission victory.
That's legit. That's something I'd probably steal and send to Mitch and say, you need to learn this. So that looks sick.
Great offense here, Sweet
Bald
Pete.
with a beat as a hip thing. Yeah. Do you know what was so hard too? Is because like, especially when I started, like when I was booking and all that stuff, they were like, "Oh, you're just trying to like Triple H." No, I've got no point. I've got no. God, I have no option with my hair. Well, I have an option, but it's just like I look like Happy Corbin if I let my hair grow out. I'm not doing that.
Rip your arm off and take victory.
Yeah, you can see early on, Jess Troy's target.
If you have a hair and no beard, it's the same thing. Yeah. And if I don't have a beard, I look like a thumb.
Setting up for what we know is going to happen, which might happen.
Well, my wife said I look like a thumb when I shave my beard. So I'm not going to shave my beard. I'm just going to keep it. Just the only thing that changes is the length. Like sometimes I grow it out.
As everyone does around this country about the submission expertise.
I just feel, especially with like wrestling, it makes me look more. I almost wise, if that makes sense, as the manager. Like walking out with the beard. It's me probably just overthinking it as well.
A true student of the game. We know she's out there watching tape, training every day. That's why she stayed the champion for so long.
Fantastic technique.
Great wrestling so far, Sweet.
Oh, great work.
So good.
Bolts that arm overlord, big stomp. She goes for the pin, but there's Jessica Troy just getting to her work, going at that arm. That blood force ripping at the tendons.
Making Jess Troy exert some energy by kicking out of that 2 count.
Oh, shot to the midsection. Troy responds in kind. Just his pace is not slowing down. Troy now driving her opponent.
She's so good.
Pulling that hammerlock and slamming the shoulder of Stone, who's quick. Has a waistlock of her own now, but
Started going noticeably bald at the top of 28, so I just shaved a lot off. I stick to shaving every now and then.
beautiful technique.
Every
into
so often. I get more compliments bald than I ever did with long hair anyway, so that's been a positive. I had, when I was 21, I had long hair, like down on my shoulders. And we won a basketball grand final, and we all got drunk and shaved our heads. And I was never able to grow my hair back after that. I was never able to be patient enough to do it. And then I just started getting a little bald patch at the back, which I didn't know about
Just attacking that joint.
until we're at a wedding. And somebody took a photo from the back of the chapel. And I saw the photo, I looked at it, and I said to my wife, I said, "Oh, look, I've got a bit of a bald spot." She goes, "Yeah, didn't you know that?" How would I know that? It's at the back of my head. Don't look at the back of my head. So, and then, like, when that happened, I'm like, well, I'm just going to shave it. But my wife was, at the time, my wife was just like, can you at least keep your hair for the wedding? Then after the wedding, you can shave your hair. And then pretty much like, I think a couple of years before that, when I was a young single man, I used to do that shave for a cure. So, like, because I had a feeling, because my dad was going bald and my granddad was bald, I had a feeling this is the way I was heading. So I was like, oh, well, I'll do the shave for a cure and then I can see what I look like not having hair. So I was like, at least I can just go, well, I can accept what this is. So I did that and I was like, yeah, okay, that's going to be fine. And honestly, I kind of dig the bald. I kind of dig. My wife bought me one of those pit bull. Yeah, my wife. My wedding was a hair versus hair match. No, it was just a hair versus end of the wedding match. And I like, believe me, if anyone lost in that wedding, it was my wife. That poor woman lost in that deal. No.
It's always a dangerous place to be.
Yeah, and I always have this thing where like my face, my skin doesn't react well to dye, so I can't dye my beard because I tried to dye my beard because I was vain as shit. I was like, maybe if I dye it dark it'll be different, and just all my face blew up and I had to shave my beard off anyway, and the worst pain and itch I've ever had in my life because it just does not stop. So I don't think I slept for like a week because it was just constantly itching.
That's going to be it, sweet pea. We've got a new champ.
Oh, very good kick out. Very good kick out.
How did Rita Stone kick out of that?
The Slam fans thought they were about to see history, and as we all might. Just throw straight back at it though.
Oh, nice.
Drive-by kick.
Oh. Very good.
It's cinched in, Law.
This could be it.
Yeah, it's so good,
Stone is moving.
Andy. Again, like I said, it reminds me, I think they've tried to make the aesthetic so much like late 80s, early 90s WWE as possible. Red, white and blue ropes. Referees wearing the gear that they wear. It's so very iconic to wrestling that people probably grew up watching. So they immediately go, okay, this is pro wrestling.
Solid pathway to victory for her.
A lot of times, like, oh, very good. A lot of times promotions go out of the way of trying to look cool at the expense of, like, the aesthetic for fans coming in.
In front of us here.
You all know what happens once he gets up on the top rope, Sweet Pea.
High above the UC refectory. The longest Slam women's champion. Can she hold on to it?
Oh, she's got a sweet
Very
knee.
good.
Oh, and she's done it.
Nice little match. Nice little
Rita
match.
Stone retains.
Well, see, now I've just got like the two little, like there and like there. But the only parts now that are still dark. I blame booking. I blame booking for that. Running wrestling companies. Stressful as shit. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
The great contest we've seen here in the Slam Pro Wrestling League. Both of
So
these
many different
competitors
types of stress.
have proved tonight
So many different types.
the Slam Pro Wrestling League women's division is absolutely at the peak of anywhere you'll see around the world. The technique on display, the tenacity, the power that both of these competitors showed tonight. Jessica Troy looked to have things wrapped up. She cinched in that armbar. Rita Stone, though, she was able to
Thought that was a bloody
power
excellent
through,
match,
get the break, and
but
then
Jessica wrestled nothing.
deliver.
I saw her wrestle
That
somebody
great
one. I'm not going to say the
punch
girl's
there,
name,
right in front of us here.
but she's a very well-named
To
worker
retain.
and someone that a lot of people liked. And I remember
2024,
that
like she ended,
Lachlan used to
as the
love
Slam
this
Pro Wrestling
worker
League
until I
women's
pointed something
champion,
out
and
to
I'm
him and he
sure
watched the
we'll
match
see
and then
much
afterwards he was like, "Oh, you've ruined her now for me." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, brother. Just like, it's just what I saw." It was basically like, in the match, I said, I want you to go back and watch that match and just like realize that Jess literally just wrestled around her. And like when you go back to watch the match, you can tell like Jess wrestled around this girl. I'm not going to say the girl's name because it's not right to say, and it might be a bit mean to say it. So I'm not going to say who it was. But I'm like, when you watched it, for me, it made me realize how fucking good Jess Troy is. To be honest with you, I don't know if anyone's seen it too. Like, there's literally a clip floating around the interwebs. It's either this week or last week of it was like Andre Irons was teaching a class at 3 Count and said that, like, made the whole joke about wrestling a broom and said I could take a hip toss from a broomstick. And one of the rookies challenged him, says, "Okay, give me a broomstick." And got him a broomstick, and he took a hip toss off a broomstick. No, I would never, ever. Oh, you mean drop the match in? Maybe. But then you'll know. Any Jess Troy match, you'll be thinking, it's her. But I'm no. Bad person, Andy. Bad person. All right, let us click to spin. Where did SA go? Have you noticed that? SA went. Or has it just been eliminating? Oh, it's been eliminating shit as it gets picked. I didn't even realize that. How stupid am I? That's cool. See, I'm learning as you are. Let us click to spin. That's good, so we won't get like 2 matches in a row. Queenslander. Okay, so we'll go to the mighty land of Queensland. Believe me, when I was younger, I never thought I would say that in my life. I'm going to go left field on you guys here and make a judgment call because it's my house. If any place is my house, Queensland is my house. So, but I will do one that I don't work at anymore, or I haven't worked at for a long time. I was born in New South Wales as well, but I would probably call myself a South Australian because I was there. Like, I was there for the longest part of my life, longest part of my life. I was there from like 13 to 40, maybe 13 to 39, something like that. 12 to 39, something like that. That's where I spent my formative years, was in South Australia. So I kind of consider myself a South Australian. All right, so what I'm going to do is, because it's 1:30, they got a show on tomorrow night in Toowoomba, T-Bar. We'll go and watch some Atomic Pro Wrestling. So this is from November. November of last year. It is JJ Avery against EC Damond. I think that's how you say it. JJ, as we all know too, is also probably known a bit as Certified Papi. This is November Rain, APW, JJ Avery, EC Diamond. There's something about Toowoomba, man. 3 worst people I've ever met with Toowoomba. Look, Mitch Ryder's from Toowoomba. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. And I like Toowoomba. I like T-Bar. It's a nice place. It's a nice place to work. I just don't get to work there anymore, unfortunately. Anyway, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Atomic Pro Wrestling Championship match.
Open challenge laid out by our champion.
Lachlan Albert in commentating. Sorry, guys.
The one of one making his return to the powerhouse.
Good weather for that jacket, mate. You know, it's still, better than Jesse Daniels' jacket.
Everything's better than Jesse Daniels.
Who, Mitch McCarthy?
The Love Hawk JJ Avery making his way to the ring now. Wielding that beautiful piece of hardware that is the Atomic Pro Wrestling.
That's such an inside joke. No, this is during Certified Papi. That's why he's got the chain
Mixed
on.
response from the crowd, though.
That's a good call, Andy. QWA watch long would be nice. You might do that on a night that's not like a Friday
There's a
night.
cockiness, there's a
You
confidence
just do it on a
with
different
JJ
night
Avery
or different day
that
type
is not
thing.
always
Like weekend
received in an
type
excellent
gimmick.
way. And with an opponent this caliber, you'll never have the crowd all the way on your side when your opponent is a cut above.
But if you want to peek behind the curtain, JJ and I kind of came up with I came up with the name and the gimmick kind of thing, but then he took it from there. It was more to help him come out of his shell as a performer, because I knew he had it in him. He just needed something where he could hide behind not being him and try something new. And like I like to think it's helped him.
I was going to say, get your seatbelts ready, guys.
And it was funny because one time he's like, "Do you mind if I start doing this other place?" I went, "Yeah, you can do it anywhere you want, man. It's your gimmick. Go for it."
Standing at 5'10", is the Diamond Standard EC.
Diamond's accomplished just about everything there is to accomplish here in Queensland wrestling.
And his opponent, weighing in at 75 kilograms, standing 5'9", he is the 101. He is your Atomic Pro Wrestling Champion. He is JJ.
You're welcome. Love you, PJ.
EC Diamond not willing to wait for this one to kick off.
He actually was bloody DJ. I'll let you, because it's all done and dusted now. Originally, it was planned he was going to turn on her, but it came to a point where, like, basically all of them came to me and said, "Look, we actually really enjoy working this. Can we just keep it going?" And at that point, I'm like, yeah, just go for it. You're like, at the end of the day, we're supposed to be having fun. It's undie wars. We're having fun.
One of one looking to pounce now. Avery over the top, driving the skull of Diamond into the mat.
JJ's going for the ends. I don't know if that's the right call.
Well, the longer this match goes on, the more that gold is at risk of leaving the waist of Avery. If he can get this one locked down quickly, it works to his favour. Of course, he does have the champion's advantage. If EC Diamond gets counted out here, Avery will retain that top.
I was going to say, normally in a match, I'd be putting money on Avery having the the highest stamina of the competitors, but with EC Diamond, maybe not, right?
Oh!
Flip a coin on any given day, and
Looking at the conditioning, these men are both in fine form. And Avery now driven into that corner post.
Quick thinking.
Avery is teaming with Mobile Mitch tomorrow night. Actually, up here at Toowoomba.
Looking for some competition.
Against Bobby Bishop and
Andre Iron, our
Logan
number one
Pearson.
contender waiting in the wings, is going to be watching this one closely.
So if you're in the T-Bar area, get along to that.
Get snot out of each other while he relaxes for a show. He's not going to have a problem with that. He'll take on anyone.
Oh, heavy.
Diamond putting all of his weight, all of the force he could to launch Avery into the turnbuckle there.
I like this, EC.
Diamond is a great competitor. He's been a world championship contender for years.
Oh,
you know, last time
First time I saw EC Diamond was likely PWO Renegade
you know what match he
Super
was in?
Show. I remember things like
Against you, Mitch, Pro Wrestling League, and I believe he walked away with your championship that night. Sorry to drop
I remember thinking, damn, this dude has solid gear. Yeah, he does. He's always had good gear. I'm a big fan of Diamond. Good kid. Very good kid. Why Mitch and I like working with him.
I think it was 2 shows after Hijack Revolution 2. I beat Rick Riley in a hardcore match, and then EC cashed in on me at the end. I think my jaw went to the next week on the super kick he got on me.
It's
That
actually
just to show what a little motivation does for this guy, right?
he was very excited that day. Diamond.
I just want to bring a bit of attention back to our number one contender for a moment, Andre Iron.
I know you guys would never say it on the show, but Lachlan is really in the top 3 play-by-play guys in the country. Yeah, as much as he is really good. I'm very proud of the kid, to be honest with you. How far he's come.
One of the head coaches at the training school where Andre Iron started is EC Diamond. If he manages to walk away with gold here tonight, he would be in prime position to defend it against the number one contender. Meanwhile, Avery has been fighting tooth and nail against Irons in the Atomic Pro Wrestling
Don't tell him I said that.
for the last few months. As he goes off the ropes but gets caught and into a fireman's carry.
Oh, very good.
Driven down by Diamond.
I'm never going to read that out loud, bloody DJ. I'm sorry. I don't need that
Thought he
clip.
might have had JJ with that. Diamond just showing off with strength there. Like we said, both of these men in immaculate condition.
Only about 10 kilos difference between the two of them, but you can see it coming through the strength there of Diamond, right?
Absolutely spectacular as EC Diamond right now.
See what you did there.
Avery up and over. Diamond drives himself into the corner. Avery ducks the clothesline and takes Diamond down with authority. And again, you can see
But it
Avery
did
is
match looked like the
flying
pin
through
was
the
supposed to
air
be
on
breaking up.
these.
Then they sold his super kick as a match on the
Very
day.
little
This is
self-preservation.
they sold it as he walked out.
JJ knows what this is for.
Trying to remember what
He
match
wants
that
to make an
was.
impact, rolling through into the drop kick.
Diamond stays on his feet, though. And pays the price for it.
Spectacular work from both men as Avery takes control in the fight for what is
The five, okay.
is Atomic
Yep,
Pro
I remember that.
Wrestling World title.
Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, I get it.
If you're Andre Irons, who do you want to win here?
Mitch, you're most equipped to answer that.
That's a hard one with the context provided in EC's and Andre's history. But then you look at the last year between JJ and Andre. It's a different game plan altogether.
Conversation
He's such a
over
very
as EC
pretty super kick,
rolls.
does AC.
I was certain that super kick had done it. It looked like JJ's head completely snapped backwards as the boot connected with the jaw. And now Diamond tuning up the band.
He lays it in the little shit. Yeah, he does.
From Diamond, who goes for another super kick, but it gets ducked. Avery takes out the knee into the corner and
There we go.
delivers what looked like an attempt at the house call, but not quite getting all of it.
Oh!
I think he knows that too. Not going for the pinfall, but looking to follow up on it.
Did Lachlan say he didn't like that last night on the show? The not quite getting all of it? Oh, somebody please. If you remember next week on the show, please bring this up.
Going for a cover. You have to wonder if that was lack of ability to capitalize or just cockiness looking to finish off Diamond.
That's
with
so
his
good.
own super kick.
I think turnabout is fair play, friends.
Top three. I'm joking.
And Diamond takes one right to the jaw, but remains on a knee.
He's wobbly though.
Avery goes up.
Actually, yeah, if somebody can go and find the clip, and we'll.
It's over.
Oh, good work.
Beautiful title.
We will
defense there.
clip that up and we'll play it next week on the show. I'm going to write something to myself about that. Just so I remember.
Once again showing why he is on top.
I open up my, it's so dumb, but I open up my notes app and it's just like how to say I don't fucking care in Spanish because we've got a guy at work that speaks Spanish, so just to say to
Incredible
him.
performance by EC Diamond.
When we started this match, I felt the crowd was a little bit mixed on JJ Avery, and he reminded every single one of them here why he is the champion.
I'm hearing some people not thrilled with JJ Avery holding the gold. You have to imagine jealousy is a part of it. He is
I don't
young,
know why,
he is
but-
good looking, and he is your atomic.
They just
Pro
don't like him for some
Wrestling
reason in
champion. The one of
Toowoomba.
one,
No idea what that is.
JJ Avery.
There's nothing wrong to him either. So there we go. That was November Rain. That was JJ Avery and EC Damon. Pretty sure that's how you say it. Yeah. I don't know, guys. Should we wrap it up there? Because we have hit midnight. We've done 2.5 hours. I think we've done some good stuff. So what didn't we get to? Who didn't we get to? That's actually pretty cool, you know. We did 2.5 hours and we didn't hit Victoria or New South Wales. Which is pretty cool when you think about it. We got a wide array of the rest of the country and not the main hubs that we constantly be talking about. I like that. We didn't get to see the special one, but that was okay because the special one it was going to be a JJ Avery match anyway. So we'll save that for next time. Next time we don't have a thing. If God forbid Rose is busy again next week, we'll do another one of these if you want, and we can. Well, I guarantee we will play Certified Papi versus Adam Brooks for the MCW Intercommonwealth Championship at Wide Bay. So I will give you that. I'll give you that guarantee. I don't know what that actually means because I'm not a heel everywhere. Heel most places. Heel at home. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. I hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed our little Friday ritual here of the watch along. I really do enjoy doing them. Sometimes it gets to the point where it's like 8:30 and I really could just be like, I could just really crash out here on the couch and not do the watch long. But I was like, I always know once I start doing it, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to at least enjoy what we're watching, and I did tonight. Like pretty much all of those matches, I had fun watching. I thought they were really good. So I'm not sure what we're watching for the Thursday. Making chicken salad. It could be the last Mayhem show. I think Full Send. I think it could be. It could be. You know what I mean? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, that Andy said, the Toowoomba and Tassie matches, stuff we don't see all the time. Like stuff we don't really like. I think that's when we're not doing silly stuff like WWA, or we're not doing like some interesting, what I think is interesting stuff which will be like when we watch the PWA Premiership. If we can like highlight some lesser known promotions around the country by showing some matches and stuff like that, I think that's the way this thing can go. Like every week, this thing is like it's a growing, constantly evolving like show, because I just don't know what it is. Like this is literally just me like doing something I'd be doing anyway at home. I'd probably be just watching wrestling tonight, or God forbid, some stupid bloody like. I've been really watching this dude at the moment on YouTube called, what's he called? The Hoof GP, which is dumb. Like all of this is the guy that bloody shaves like cow and bull's hooves and like helps like heal them. For some reason, mesmerizing for me. I have no idea why. It's probably because I'm getting old. I love that, Todd. I would love that to be the value of this, is showing some different stuff. Yeah, exactly. Then it's what WRA has been about since day one. Like showing people Australian wrestling, showing people what's good about Australian wrestling. I know a lot of times we get caught up in like doing other stupid things and like dumb friggin' like stupid wars with people that want to start stuff like that, which is dumb. It's so dumb. And because really all I want to do is this and have fun, especially now. Like I've been doing this for 13 years. So I'm just, and that's why I'm doing this in 13 years, and not the best clip of it. It's okay, Alex. I'll get it. I'll get it from I'll download the feed and I'll cut it up and we'll do it proper. We'll do it proper just to annoy the shit out of him, because what I'll do is I'll try and find the clip where he says that he hates that, and then I'll meld it into the other one. Why? Because shit stirring is kind of my thing. Oh dear. Yeah. That, like, honestly, I think that's what this thing will evolve into, is us doing like spotlighting stuff that people haven't seen, or we haven't seen for a long time, or places that don't get much of a spotlight. So maybe we will do like a QWA, stuff like that. For stuff like this though, I don't know if we'll watch full shows. Well, maybe we'll cherry pick some matches, just because like best ofs. Like best of like Atomic Pro, best of QWA, best of, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I enjoy the idea of doing this. Like I get so many of these little ideas that like we should maybe do that, and then like something else will come up, and then gets put on the back burner and stuff like that. So I like when stuff can just organically like evolve like this does, and like the show's been doing, like over the last like year or so. This version of what Wrestle Radio Australia has grown, and I love seeing that. I love seeing that in the numbers over the course of the year or so. Just keeping on a steady pace of being consistent in what we're doing and in how we're doing it and how we carry ourselves, and the like the values we keep as a show. I think in the end will pay off more than anything else, and doing stupid things and trying to look. Yeah, if I say anything more, I'm just going to start ranting. I don't want to do that because I'm actually in a good mood at the moment. So, yeah, we'll be back on Thursday. I think, like I said, I think we might be doing Mayhem Pro, or it would depend on how quickly Renegades gets this weekend's show up. So if Renegades gets the show up around Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll probably do like this past Eye of the Storm. We'll probably do that. But otherwise, I think Mayhem will be the show that we do on the pod on Making Chicken Salad, which of course is every Thursday night, 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 if you're over in Perth. Sub to us on all the cool things. Like if you're watching this on YouTube, sub to us on there. Renegades can be up to 2 weeks. Yeah, that's true. Very cool. Good call. I guess we've been spoiled lately about like MC Dub just pushing their shit out in the space of 2 days. So yeah, you find someone on the street who wants to talk about wrestling, let alone Aussie wrestling, it's 100%. Especially when like I'll be at work and a new guy will start work and he goes, somebody at work will inevitably say that I'm a wrestler, and I have to correct them saying, no, I'm not a wrestler, but I walk next to them. But then they'll just want to talk to me about stuff, and like it's so hard sometimes because they have just the barest knowledge about like WWE, and I know they're just trying. But it's fun sometimes. Like, have you heard of that Rhea Ripley chick? I have heard of her. Yeah, she's really good. Because I don't want to get any further into it. So we will be back. Like I said, we'll be back, as always, every Thursday night here on Wrestle Radio Australia. Thank you guys for sticking along for the watch along. Love having you here. Love doing this. Love having you here on the Thursday night. Like I said, and like we said on the post, over 600 people watch that show. Or at least parts of that show over the last 12 to 24 hours. We'll be up to 24 hours now. So that's fucking amazing for what we are as a like the podcast does the numbers it does, and it always does those numbers. But just the live version of it, where people are actually taking time out of their night, like making it like an appointment sort of viewing, that's fucking cool. And I love that. And I'll never take that for granted. So thank you to everyone that does that. Thank you to our regulars that are always here. Bloody DJ, Andy, Wild Angel, Alex Fahart. Thanks, Linksy, for sticking around, brother. Love you. You know that. Always love you. But yeah, we'll see you again on Thursday night, where we will all get to give Lachlan shit. So until then, follow us on the socials. You guys probably already follow us on the socials, the guys that are watching this live. So, and it's not going to be on podcast, that's for sure. So, if you do want to support, I guess like subbing to us on Twitch would be the best way of doing it. Like if you are a Prime member, you've got a free one to give away. So if you want to give it away to us. It helps pay for the show, because the show isn't cheap to run. Surprisingly, you would think it was, but it's really not. Not if you want to do it like we do it. And so, like, I could do it just like I could do it by Zoom, and then I wouldn't be able to do it live, and then we could record it, and then you guys wouldn't get the interaction that you get, if you know what I mean. You wouldn't be able to do these. We wouldn't be able to do live comments. We wouldn't be able to do all of that sort of stuff. And that, I think, is what makes us stand out from everybody, is that we're able to involve everybody in the show. So, yeah. That's me rambling again, and I apologize. So, once again, guys, we will see you on Thursday night for Making Chicken Salad. Until then, I'm Todd Eastman. Go out and watch some Australian wrestling on the weekend if you're free, and if there's one around you, go and check it out, because Australian wrestling is the best wrestling in the world. See you guys later.
trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit, and it was just awful.
I've turned chicken salad into chicken shit. I will continue to do so.
Making chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Make chicken salad out of chicken shit.